Hey guys, I'm Steven.
I'm Giselle.
And we're Lover's Passport, and today we're going to be showing you guys how we rebuilt the back of our 4Runner.
This is a perfect setup for people that want to go out car camping, road tripping, and want to have a way to stay in their campsites on a budget without having to check into hotels, Airbnbs, things like that. This really keeps it nice and cheap while you are traveling out on the road.
We have had tons and tons of questions about this video, so we're jumping right into it. If you guys have a 4Runner SR5 2018, then these measurements are going to be perfect for you. If not, you're going to have to measure your own 4Runner, but we're going to tell you kind of where the measurements are going to come, and then we're going to go get some wood. Here we go. Alright, so we officially made it here. We're going to start doing a few of the cuts. We just went to our local Lowe's and picked up the wood. I'll put all of the dimensions on the next piece for what we'll be cutting, but yeah, time to go to work. Alright, so we just finished cutting up everything for the box. The goal for the box is to fill up the exact back of this. All of our measurements so far have been 41 inches from side to side. They've been 34 inches from front to back, and we're doing them about 12 inches tall. That way I can fit in quite a bit of stuff when we make the drawers here in a second. So we're gonna put it together. Here we go. So we just finished sanded down everything for the box. We are going to start putting it together. We sand it before we actually put everything together. Oh, there goes a piece of wood. We sand it before we put everything together, just because we want to make sure that the insides are nice and smooth too. And that is it for today. We finished about 50% of it. Tomorrow we're gonna be finishing up the rest of the box. But so far, it's been pretty easy. The total cost of the build was around 200 bucks for all of the wood, all of the hinges and everything, which is way cheaper than buying a rooftop tent or even paying for one night in a hotel. So tomorrow we're gonna make the front of it, we're gonna make the drawers, finish sanding it all, and put it all together. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, we are back. So yesterday we went ahead and built this. We're gonna start working on the front end of it. We're gonna go for a T section and then put it all together. We just finished building out one of the little flaps. Fits perfect as you saw. Mike is using a jigsaw to go through and get a really nice shape on it. We're gonna do a little bit of sanding so it fits perfectly, but that'll basically finish off the main construct of the box. Joan and me are working on the T shape for the front right now. Been a pretty productive day to start. So this is the final T. As you can see, there is that inner part. That is what all of this is sitting on to make it so it's nice and flush. If we come back up here, perfectly flat. We have the hinges right here. It gives us a full-size bed that we can have lots and lots of room to use. These are 33 inches. This is where we're gonna build the drawers. Got a little bit of a late start today, so we aren't going to be able to finish it today, so we will have to come back and work on the drawers again a little bit. And that is as much as we're gonna get done today. As you can see right here, we finished the box, we finished the T section. Last big thing that we have to do is insert the drawers. We got everything cut, everything sanded. We just have to finish putting it together and we will basically be done, but that is gonna be the end for today. See you guys tomorrow.
If you guys remember, about September of 2020, we did our first car camping build. If you guys missed that video, you can check it out up here. But we've made quite a few upgrades since then, as we've been doing this for now almost 2 years of straight road trips on the weekends. And we have now just rebuilt this entire platform to be a little more optimized, as well as added a few more accessories. And so Steven's gonna take you guys through the dimensions of the build, exactly how much everything costs in terms of the platform itself, and then we'll jump right into the nitty-gritty details.
We're gonna show you exactly what we cut out for this. So the first big piece, this goes from here all the way to the very back, is 31 inches, and that's gonna be from where the seat goes down all the way to the back of the front seats, and it is going to be 53.5 inches long, and that basically goes from one door over to the next. Now, one thing that we did want to do with this is make it a little bit higher than our old model, so we put 2 pieces in the middle here to reinforce it. We cut 2 different inches, 9.5 inches tall by 22 inches long, and then we just glued them together, just so, because we bought a little bit thinner wood so it would be lighter. We put 2 together to reinforce it, and the last cut that we had to make was the long piece to go in front for the T section, and this one is going to be 52 inches long, which is exactly the width of the 2 back seats folded down, and it's going to be the same exact tallness as that at 9 3/4 inch. So that gives you the entire first section. It looks just like this, stood up. It's a super simple piece with 2 pieces glued together, 1 piece here. We sealed it all up, and this is going to be the piece that's coming in and out of the car. This one was definitely much more complicated, and this is going to be the piece that is going to be living inside the car for the most part. So let's go ahead and measure the middle piece. You're going to make 2 cuts of this at the same exact length. So it's going to be 34 inches long, and it's going to be 41.25 inches wide. So we're going to make 2 of those cuts. That's going to be the top and the bottom. This side piece is a little bit more difficult to do. We did have to use a different type of saw to cut out the sides of it and get it to fit perfectly in the back of the 4Runner, which you'll see in a second. But as the first cut, we made it exactly 9 inches wide, and this is going to be the same exact length as this of 34 inches. And we're going to do that on the left side of it. The right side was actually a little bit thinner. So this one is going to be 8 1/4 inches on this side. It's definitely a little bit thinner, and we connected that with 3 different hinges. We put 3 because last time we only put 1 smaller hinge, but as you can see, the edges did wobble quite a bit. And this one, the edges have absolutely no wobble. It's a lot sturdier, and we use some thicker screws and thicker hinges. So you can choose either one. This option is definitely a little bit more expensive. As you can see on the other side, it broke. We also glued on this little 1x1 to the side of it, and it's going to be used as a handle. On our old model, it was pretty difficult to transport, take in and outside of the car because there was no handles. So over here gives us a really nice sturdy way to put it in and out, and it also supports the flaps. So when I flip it out, even if these fail, we can put a lot more pressure on that because it has the extra reinforcement right below. So we put this one on the back of it once again to help with carrying it, but also this is what the T section is going to be sitting on. Super simple little 1x1. We cut it 1 inch shorter than the full width, so this is 34 inches long. We went ahead and cut it to about 31 and took off a little bit on both sides of it, just so that the T piece has something to rest on. Last time we put a small metal bracket for it to rest on, but it was very difficult to line it up, and we always had some difficulties. So we made it a little bit wider, a little bit more sturdy. So we cut 3 pieces at 33 inches long and 12 inches high. So that's gonna be our 3 different side pieces basically. And the model that we built had 1 side piece, 1 middle piece, and 1 piece on the opposite side, just to give this the most structure possible. The old model we had it about 10 inches, and I always thought it was just a little too short, so we raised it up 2 inches, which didn't put us too close to the top of the ceiling, but gives us a ton more room for the drawers and to just put taller things in there. So the drawers were definitely the hardest part. It's something that we didn't do last time, but we always wanted to do. So let's go ahead and get into this. We put 2 different super heavy duty lockers on the side. We got them as big as we could. So for these, we did 10.5 inches high, and we made it 30 inches long. So the base of it right here, it's gonna be 18 3/4 wide, and it's going to be 32.5 inches long. The front and the back piece we cut at 10.5 inches tall by 18.25 inches wide. So those are all the dimensions. If you guys want them listed out one more time, we'll put them all right here. And that was for a super simple T-piece on the front and a box for the back, so that way we could have some storage pulling it in and out. All of the wood total cost around $200 with the hinges, the rollers, the wood. Let's put it in the car, you see how it fits, and we'll talk to you guys about how we store everything.
So we have a variety of things that we do for the windows depending on the weather outside. If we are going on a trip and it happens to be raining, we have these nice little rain covers here. They do protect it, so if you do want to roll your window down for some fresh air, that the rain's not gonna like drip down onto your bed or your platform, so that's really nice to have. Another thing that we do in order to get some nice fresh air is we have these Luno covers. These are perfect for the summertime when it's hot outside and you want full ventilation through the window. So basically you roll down your window, you pull them out, and you simply just put these right on over your window, and then you'll have a lot of fresh air. It's really nice too because it helps keep bugs out. That's another thing that we like using these for. And then the last thing that we do is for colder nights when we're out car camping, as well as for stealth camping. We did make these DIY Reflectix covers. If you guys saw our first build, same exact thing, but we're gonna be redoing them again so they actually look a little nicer since they've been a little used and abused the past 2 years. Essentially, you buy some Reflectix, you cut out stencils of your car windows, and then once you cut out the Reflectix, we spray painted one side of them black and then simply hung them up. So if you are camping in like a Walmart parking lot or a Planet Fitness gym, it's really nice to have those covers just for privacy as well. If you guys want to see all the extra accessories that we pack, like our mattresses that we like, all of our extra gear that we bring, make sure to check out this video. I'll also link it down in the description for you, but this is just the like pure bare bones of our build. Once we finish and put everything in there, we do pack up a ton of fun gear with us, so if you guys missed that, check it out above. So the next thing that we did to upgrade our setup was add this nice little swing out table. So instead of having to set up a table everywhere we go, it just sits on the back of Steven's car right here. So this is what it looks like down. All you have to do is just unhook it, and then you have a nice little spot to prop your camp stove on. So this is gonna be really nice for times where it's like super dark, super cold outside, where you don't want to spend those valuable moments outside in the freezing cold setting up a table. So this maybe takes like 2 seconds, and it's just a nice little easy addition that we bought off of our friend in Sedona.
Alright, and that is it for our 4Runner build.
If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. We love showing you guys our gear guides, our hauls, our little builds, and everything we love to take with us on road trips. So yeah, let us know. If you have any questions about the build down below, we're more than happy to answer them for you, and hope it helps with your future build.
Alright, we'll see you guys out there on the next adventure.